Satish Kumar here. Welcome to this video on tips, tricks in Microsoft Excel. This is our 8th video. In this video, what we are going to see is how to share your Excel file, how to track the changes, how to compare and merge it. For example, assume I have a table, I have a file. This file I'm going to send it to someone else, maybe my colleague, my subordinate, superior or someone else. I'm going to send this file and they are making some changes in this file and how to bring the changes into an existing file itself, right? Normally what we will do is I will share this file to someone else. If they are making some changes, I will take one more copy and overwrite the copy. Instead of this, we will see how to share, track, compare and merge. So for this, we need 4 commands. One is share workbook, second one is protect share workbook, third one is track changes, fourth one is compare and merge workbooks. If you are using an older version, probably the version before 13, 10 or some other version, if you go to the review tab, there may be an option of sharing workbook, track changes, but the compare and merge is not available in any version. But latest version, unfortunately, it was removed. If you go to the review tab, under review tab, unfortunately, I'm not able to find that option. Even in the last videos also we have seen, if a command is not available, how to activate it using this quad. But how many items can we add it in the quad? Our quad will be full if we add more items. Instead, we will see how to add some commands in the review tab itself. In the review tab itself, I want to add some commands because I have some spaces on the right hand side. Probably I want to add some new commands on the right hand side. So once again, 3 methods. Right click on the quad and go to the customize the ribbon. Right click and you can select the last but one, customize the ribbon. Method 1. Method number 2, go to the more button here. Click on more commands. Under more commands, you can click on customize the ribbon. Okay. So click on the arrow mark and you have to go to more commands. After going to more commands, you have to select customize the ribbon. Third one, go to file. Under file, click on options. Under options, click on customize the ribbon. So you can use any one of these 3 options. Now let me select this review tab. I'm selecting the review tab. Under the review tab, there are various groups already available. Proofing, accessibility, insight. There are some groups available. Now I'm going to add a new group. So there is a button available here called as new group. Let me click on this new group. A new group is added at the last. I want to rename this group. So you can click on this rename button and it's asking what could be the name. For example, this group name can be share. I'm giving a name as share. You can give a name as per your wish. So let us click on share and I say okay. So under the share group, I want to add the comments. Share workbook, protect share workbook, track changes, compare and merge workbook. These 4 comments I want to add it. So if you go to the popular commands instead of the popular, 2 things you can do. One is commands not in the ribbon, where these are all the commands which is not available on the ribbon. You can find it here. If sometimes if you are not able to find it here, almost all the commands are available here under all commands. Correct? So either you can go for this commands not in the ribbon or you can go for all commands. All commands means all the commands of Excel will be available here. So for a change, let me go to the all commands here. I click on all commands. So all the commands available in Excel will be displayed here. Click somewhere else here. And you can press the first letter of share. Just press yes. And you can find an option called as share workbook. If you are, you can scroll manually and you can find this option called as share workbook. I have found this option called as share workbook and I'm going to add it. Just double click on it or click on the add button. I'm going to add it under this review tab under this group called as share. Okay, I'm adding this one. Similarly, protect and shared workbook. Let us press P and we are going to find an option called as protect and share workbook. Okay. Yes. So I'm going to find this option called as protect and share workbook. Yes, protect and share. Sorry, protect and sharing this one. Add. Once again, double click or add. Third one we are going to find it is track changes. So track changes. Third one, I'm adding it one by one like this. You can add one by one. So now I'm going to add this track changes. So this one, track changes, add. Fourth one, as I told, this one is not available in any version of Excel. So all the other three may be available in older version, but this one is not available in any version. That is compare and merge. Why I'm taking a little bit time is because I'm finding it in all commands. Command center are not given, very few commands is available. All commands means all the commands of Microsoft Excel is available here. That's why it's taking some time. So let me click on compare and merge, and I'm adding it. So all the four comments I have added under the group called as share. Okay. So like this, whatever the comments, you can add it onto the group. So I have added four comments here. After adding these four comments, so let me click on OK. So I click on OK. So now you can notice if you go to the review tab, under this review tab, you can see the last that four comments has been added here. All the four comments has been added. Okay, now let us use that comments. First, let us click on this share workbook. If you click on share workbook, so what's the advantage of the share workbook is this share workbook which will enable you to have the co-authoring. Co-authoring means same file, multiple people can use it. So I select this, use the old share workbook features, and let us go to the advanced. Under advanced, there are various options. How long you want to keep this history. So someone want to change this. I want to keep this history for last 30 days, last 20 days, you can keep the history. And when, suppose if two people are updating in the same file, suppose I'm sending this file to Mr. A and Mr. B. So Mr. A and B is updating the same file. Which you want to do first? When the file is saved, when you want to update it, when the file is saved or automatically every 15 minutes, that you can decide. As I told, if two people are conflicting, whenever they save, so who is saving first, they will win it. They will have this upper hand, right? And what are all the other things you want to save? Print settings and other part. These are all the simple ones. These are all the older one. Now I'm clicking on OK. Yes, it's asking this action will save the workbook. Do you want to continue? Yes, of course. Say OK. Now you can notice on the top of your file, it says the file name, and there is an option called a share. So it's shared here. So you can see now it says your share workbook is switched on. If you don't want, you can switch off it also. Once again, you can make a click, or there is a small help available. You can switch off it also. And one more option, that is protect the share work. What is meant by protect? What is the difference between earlier one, share workbook, second one, the protect share workbook? The protect share workbook is you can give a password for it. If I select the sharing and track changes, and if you want to give password, you can give a password. That's the only major change. Earlier share workbook doesn't require a password, but this one you can give a password. Okay, but already we have shared it, so no need for using this now. If you want to share it with the password, then you can go for this one. Okay, so now we have already shared it, so I'm clicking on cancel. And this file, 0 tips and tricks, it's shared. This file, assume this file, I'm having this file, and I'll take a copy of this file, one more copy of this file. How can I take a copy of this file? You can go to file and click on save as, or even you can use the shortcut key F12, function F12 on your keyboard. So you can go to file or click on save as, or you can take a copy by pressing F12, and you can give a name for it. So for example, I'm giving a different name, 08 tips and tricks sharing. So I'm giving a name called as share. So you can give any name as per your wish. I'm giving a name. So this file, assume this 0208 tips tricks sharing, this file I'm sharing to someone else. As I told my colleague, my subordinate, superior, I'm sharing this file. Okay. Now, what is happening is, assuming I have shared this file to someone else, they are opening this file and they are making some changes in this file. For example, someone is going to change this rate percentage, they are changing into 10%. Instead of 15, they are changing into 10%. And instead of this product is 46,871, they are adding it as 50,000. They are making some changes. And they are adding new data here. Assume that someone is going to add a new data, new ID number, new product name. They can add the data, they can modify the data, they can delete the data. So whatever they want to do, they are doing some changes here. Assume someone is doing some changes. Okay. After doing these changes, now they are sending back to me. So assume however the method, either by a mail or they can put it in a common folder, they are sending back to me. This file, 08 tips and tricks sharing, this file, after making the changes, they are sending back to me. Okay. Now, assume that they are sending back this file to me, and I open the file again. So this file, 08 tips and tricks sharing. I have two files here. One is the original file which I have it, 08 tips and tricks. Second one is the 08 tips and tricks sharing. This is the file which I have shared with someone else. Okay, this file I'm going to open the file. So as I told, they have made some changes. Whereas if I open the old file, that which I have it, where you can see only a few items are available. That 17 is available, 18 is not available. The old changes is available here. Old one which I have it, it's available here. Now I will close this file and I'll open the file. So these are all the changes they have made. I want to see what are all the changes. When I send this file, what are all the changes they have made. I want to verify that. Go to this track changes, go to the review tab again, because we have added this under the review tab. Under the review tab, you can go to the track changes. Click on the track changes. I click on the track changes, highlight changes. Select this highlight changes. And when, who, where. So uncheck everything. Every time, whenever they made the changes, I want to see it wherever they made the changes. I don't want to specify a particular area. I want to see everything. So I'm unchecking this when, where, and where. When, who, and where. I unchecked it. Now say OK. Now on your screen, you can see an indicator is appearing. When I place the cursor over the indicator, you can see it gives the name of the person who made the changes. What is the time and date he has made the changes, in which cell, and what is the changes they have made. Earlier it was 46,857. They have changed it to 50,000. Similarly, if we place the cursor on the second one, it was earlier it was 15%, now it was 10%. So whatever the changes. Earlier it was empty blank, here they have added a new data. So these are all the changes they have done. So this one we can see it. Another one, suppose these are all, so many changes has been made. If there are 2 or 3 changes, you can place the cursor and you can check it. But they have made so many changes. So I want to see all the changes in a separate sheet. So go to the review tab. Under review tab, click on the track changes again. Go to the highlight changes one more time. And once again, uncheck this when, just uncheck this. And at last, you can see there is an option, list changes on a new sheet. What are all the changes made it? I want to see it on a new sheet. Correct. So let me select this and say OK here. That's it. On a new sheet, it opens a new sheet. On the bottom, you can see it opens a new sheet called as history, where it shows what are all the changes. What is the date? What is the time? Who made the changes? What is the change they have made? Whether they have made a cell change, they have added something, or they have deleted something, in which cell, and what is the old value? What is the new value? Okay. It shows you the changes. So we have seen how to share the file, how to see what are all the changes they have made, but you can decide whether you want to accept the changes or you want to reject these changes. So once again, go to the review tab. Once again, go to the track changes, and you can see the second option available, accept, reject changes. Correct? So let me click on the accept and reject changes. So it will open a new dialog box. On a new dialog box, you can see once again I'm unchecking this when and I say okay. On a new screen, new dialog box, how many changes has been made? Totally, there are 7 changes. We are in the first change. Who has made the changes? What is the change they have made? Earlier it was 15, now they have changed it to 10. You can decide whether you want to accept the changes or you want to reject the changes. You can check one by one and accept it, or you can accept all at one stroke also. That's your wish. For example, they have made the right changes. I'm accepting it. Here they have made it into 50,000. So this one, assume that I don't want it. I'm rejecting. This changes was not correct. I'm rejecting it. Next, they have added a new record. So I want to accept, or I can say accept all. So all the whatever the changes has been made, some changes I have accepted, most of the changes I have accepted, one change I have rejected. Fine, this has been done. So this where we did it, this is the file which we have shared it to someone else. They have made some changes. I have tracked what are all the changes they have made, and some changes I have accepted, some changes we have rejected. Okay, now let me close this file. You know how to close the file. Control W is the shortcut key for closing the file. It's asking to save. Save, click on save. Yes, it is saved. So let me open my original file. My original file. This is 08 tips and tricks. This is my original file. So when I open this original file, which I have had, where what are all the changes done, it's not available there. Now we are going to accept the changes. We are going to merge the changes into this workbook. Okay, so these are all my file. This is my file. Someone has made the changes and said to me, I have made all the tracking and I have accepted and rejected. What are all I accepted, I want to enable it in this file also. So let us go to the review tab now, and I will go to this last button, compare and merge. So this compare and merge will be activated when you have shared the file. If you have not shared the file, this compare and merge will not be activated. Correct? So let us click on compare and merge. Now it's asking which file you want to compare. So let me select that file. This is the file 08 tips sharing. This is the file, and I say okay. That's it. What it will do is it will compare and it will merge all the changes. So whatever the changes we have accepted, all the change has been happened. All the changes has been accepted to this file also, right? So it's very, very simple and easy. You can share your file to someone else. Whatever the changes they have made, you can accept and reject it, and you can combine it or merge it to your existing file also. Please do some practice on it. If you have any queries or anything, you can put it onto the descriptions, or you can put it onto your comments. I'll try to solve it in a new video. Okay, see you in the next video. Please do some practice. See you in the next video.